Hello Simmers. I'm going to do a quick informal review excuse me, on this brand new Boeing 737 MAX for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This comes from BREDOK3D. I'm assuming it's the same developers for the Typhoon. I've already purchased this and I've put it in my sim already, but these are the prices that you can expect. For US it's $27, for pounds it's £20, CNY is 196, that seems a lot. It could just be their currency, I'm not even going to bother reading that one out. But yeah, you get the point. It's a small file size, considering the plane, and it does come with quite a few imperfections, which he has noted. There's no wing flexibility. This is not a study level aircraft, but it is a 737 MAX within the sim. So that being said, let's go ahead and have a look at it. And here it is, the 737 8 MAX. First impressions, I wasn't really won over. I love the 737 family, I definitely love the MAX. It seems rushed, and the fact that the sounds have been borrowed from the 7.8 and the 7.4, I already know what to expect from the sounds itself. I don't know why them parts of the engines are purple light, but we'll go with it. It's not a port over. This is an actual developed model. We'll jump inside. This is the flight deck. One thing I've noticed already when you get into the flight deck is, what the hell is going on there? I don't understand why that's in the EFB, if that's in the EFB, but sorry about my phone. But the plane itself is flyable. It's not perfect. It's not the worst thing I've flown. Let's have a quick look at what can be turned on and off. There's a little bit of a graphics glitch here on the crossovers. You'll see it now and again just flickering in and out like that. The drop down hood does work. Well, it feels like I need to move over to the right slightly. All the lights work perfectly fine. In my days of flying in the 7.3, I'm a bit disappointed I cannot adjust the cabin altitude for pressurization. Although I have noticed when you adjust the altitude in your autopilot, it matches. I wouldn't class that as a win, but you can do the correct startup procedure. Some of these you can adjust. You could turn the packs on and off. Well, sorry, no. Correction. You can turn the bleeds on and off. That's about it. You can't turn the packs on and off. They're all inoperative. Generators are working fine. Anti-ice you can mess about with. Fuel switches you can mess about with. Generators for the APU you can mess about with. The only thing that you can't do is align the navs. I'm trying to figure out if that's just blurry or it's just... yeah. So some of the overheads are blurry. I didn't even notice that. So that's kind of marked them down a bit. Not from a distance, but when you're up close, you can definitely notice it. So yeah, I'm not a pilot. I don't do anything by the book or checklist. I'm just going to quickly take off, double back, line up, and try and land. So here we go. I am using the full Hodis Warthog setup, including the TPR rudder pedals. I'm using a Elgato Stream Deck to monitor my systems. If you're wondering how I've done that, if you go and look at one of my other videos, it will show you in more detail. Try and rotate. So the turbines look like the flat bits of metallic metal. Let's bring the... Can I bring the auto throttle into play? Don't think so. I'm just going to manually manage my own throttle.
Boeing 737, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Fuerteventura Tower Boeing Alpha Sierra
Just
X-ray
keep ATC
737
quiet.
frequency change.
So now the drop down HUD is completely invisible. Sorry about my phone again. Just quick stick on silent. Flyability model wise is not the worst. The wing flex would be nice. Right, let's swing this round. I'm overspeeding. Speed brakes work nice. So as you can tell, as you can tell, they've taken the 787 displays. Not too sure that Boeing would like that if they saw this. Now I know the Max has got a bad reputation at the moment, but I still love the plane. All the 7.3s beforehand were good planes. I've put in many of ours in the PMDG 737. I'm not comparing this to the PMDG 737 because this is more of a budget 737. That being said, it's not the worst. Okay, I dropped the flaps way too soon. Good job. I'm not a real pilot. I don't think I'll ever be a real pilot.
2500.
But saying that, it is coping with whatever I throw at it. I have no idea my AV speeds for touchdown, so I'm just going to go with what's on the artificial horizon. I've not programmed an approach, this is completely visual. Let's down the speed brakes, see if that works. Can't see the puppies. Just about to see the puppies now.
400.
And I'm a bit low. Let's bring the nose up.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Didn't sound like a happy landing now, did it? No, I'm not using auto brakes because I've got foot brakes I'm using on the TPRs. Okay, so let's talk pros and cons. Cons, I do not like the camera angle. Much prefer the camera angle, especially for default, to be a bit lower down and preferably pointing out the plane. I don't like what's going on with the EFB. I don't like the blurry vision of the overhead, which you can see. I also don't like the integrated 787 and 747 mixed sounds that this plane has. So as far as immersion goes, terrible. I also don't like the metallic look that the turbines have when they proper rev up. But the pros, it's a 737 within Microsoft Flight Simulator. And from what I've seen, other than a port over, it's the first 737 in the simulator. The other pros, it does look nice, the modelling. They've not skimmed out on that, which is a shame that it's been let down with the sounds, the wing flex, and some of the other things that I spotted. But it's cheap. You pay for this plane the same as you would pay for a scenery file. So for its price, it's good. If I had the opportunity to buy it again, I would say no, unless it was more polished. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit and I got excited and I purchased it without looking at some reviews or looking up some information. But all in all, the plane will fly a flight plan. I've already tested that. Struggles flying ILS approaches. VFR approaches, it flies okay. The doors open perfectly to jetways, same goes with the cargo doors. APU fires up perfectly fine, so functionality, you can get to and from different airports. I've had one crash to desktop with this so far, but I think that was down to me messing about with the Stream Deck as well. Other than that, would I recommend this plane? If you're used to flying freeware and you want something cheap and budget wise, yes. But if you like more of a study level plane, no. I'd wait for the PMDG personally. With that being said, I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully you get what information you need to decide whether you want to buy this plane or not. I will leave the link to the plane in the video if you want to buy it yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.